I'm Aina. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Christine from Germany.
First of all, I'm aiming to be a licensed guided interpreter in Japan. I'm interested in what foreigners are interested in or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm doing kind of this interview.
Okay.
Is it the first time to come to Japan?
Yes, the first time. I'm 60 years old and it's the first time in Japan and it's not the last time. I will come back.
Yes. Thank you. What brings you to Japan this time?
The fact that my daughter and her boyfriend have been here last year and they were so excited and they told us if you have 3 weeks time in autumn or spring, go to Japan. And so we began to read about Japan and to look some movies about Japan, and that's the reason why we are here.
Welcome to Japan. For 3 weeks in Japan?
For 3 weeks, yes.
How long have you been in Japan so far?
2 weeks now. We've been to Tokyo, Hakone, Kyoto, yesterday Himeji, and now Hiroshima.
Nice.
And we're going to Kagoshima and then Osaka, and in 1 week we go home.
I'm curious about Kagoshima.
Because we are volcanic fans, and in front of Kagoshima is that big volcano, and we saw a documentation movie on TV at home, and we thought, okay, if we go to Japan, we want to see that city and we want to see that mountain. So we go to Kagoshima, even if it's far from here, so it's a long time. But the Shinkansen is quick. So we are 2 nights in Kagoshima, but we will see that volcanic area there.
So Kagoshima is your most exciting plan in Japan?
No. It's one of a lot of exciting things. We read there are 2 weeks for Kyoto, Tokyo, Osaka, and when you have a little bit time left, people go to that island.
In Hiroshima?
No, where all the people go, the tourists, to Okinawa. But
Okinawa.
we didn't want to go to Okinawa, and so we took some time, or will take some time for Kagoshima. Yeah, it's a little bit not the way all the tourists do, and when you read some travel agency plans, they are all Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, but nobody goes to Kagoshima, so we want to go to.
So I did kind of this interview for about 2 years, but it's my first time to hear Kagoshima.
Okay.
So I'm so curious about that.
Yeah.
And actually, I never been to Kagoshima, so I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah.
I have to go there.
Yeah.
You already been to Tokyo, Hakone, Kyoto,
Himeji.
Right. Which cities is your favorite?
I think you cannot compare. You cannot compare Tokyo with Kyoto because Tokyo is so big, and I love Tokyo. I said to my family, if I would have time, I would make a house change with somebody in Germany and live 6 weeks in Tokyo and have a look at everything in Tokyo. There is so much to see, and I loved it. And Kyoto is beautiful. I think there's nobody that doesn't love Kyoto. It's really exciting and very small in relationship to Tokyo, so you find yourself at home very quick. Yeah. It was beautiful. And Hiroshima is, wow, it's so, the atmosphere is great. We've been there only since yesterday, but we love it. Hiroshima is great.
Yeah. I understand
Unexpected. With Hiroshima, you aspire the atom bomb and everything, but the city is so cool.
Yeah, I think so. Actually, it's my first time to come to Hiroshima, and when I came here, I feel kind of same way to feeling. It's peaceful atmosphere here. If I don't know about Hiroshima history, or if Hiroshima history is not here, it's so. This is peace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The history here is so sad, but that makes this kind of peaceful place now.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. And did you go to the museum already?
We will now go. Yeah, we just started the walk. Our hotel is not far from here, and this is the first place, and we want to go to the museum and to the park side, and then by ferry to this island,
Miyajima.
Yeah.
I went there 2 days ago. Is there anything you knew about Hiroshima before coming to Hiroshima?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
That's difficult. Hiroshima exists in my mind since I am alive. I don't know in other countries, but in Germany, Hiroshima is this August in 45. It's everybody knows about the facts, the small facts, Pearl Harbor and the World War and the American introducing to World War II and then Hiroshima, Nagasaki, everybody knows the history. There is no point where I've been told about, there's Hiroshima. Okay, Hiroshima exists since I'm alive. And the story about Hiroshima. This song, I don't know if you know, when I was young, we heard that song in Hiroshima. Hiroshima is very, very well known. Yeah.
I went to the museum yesterday. It's heavy for me. And I was born and raised in Japan, not Hiroshima though. And I learned about like World War II and about Hiroshima and Nagasaki, of course. But I feel like I have to come to Hiroshima to learn about the reality. And my father told me you have to go and you see a lot of things in person or something. Then I finally decided to come here.
Yeah.
If I never come to Hiroshima, I never think about like the personal or family histories in Hiroshima at that time.
It's in the travel guide. They write, be careful if you are not in a good mood, don't go to that museum. It might hurt you too much, but I think it's history and it's good to see that. I was also in Auschwitz. It's an experience I wouldn't like to miss. It's important to see once alive, that's enough, but it's important to see.
We have a history in the past and we can learn from that.
Yeah, and it's strange when you go through these cities, all their houses are not older than 80 years old, of course.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people that I see here have lost somebody in that 45, grandmother, grandpa. This person might be very in common with all these themes here.
Yeah. If you send a message to like future generation, what would it be?
No war. So nobody can understand why people in the world make again war. It's you don't understand that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Action.
Danke schön and good luck for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
Bye.
time. All right, thank you for your time. I'm Aina. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. My name is Irvin.
Where are you from?
I was originally born in Mexico, but I became a citizen around 2019 in the U.S. But I've lived in the U.S. my whole life.
Okay, so are you American?
Yes,
Is it the first time to come to Japan?
this is my second time.
Second time. When was the first time?
First time was last year, 2024, around the same time. I came in October and I stayed for about 2 weeks and had a very fun time seeing all the places that I did in Japan.
Where did you go?
I went to Fukuoka, Hiroshima, Osaka, Kyoto, Nagoya, and Tokyo.
What brought you to Japan? First time and second time?
I have always been interested in Japanese history growing up. When I was a little kid, my parents, my dad and his brothers, they would show me old type of kind of movies from like all different parts of the world. And there was like always a huge fascination with them and like stuff like Kung Fu, samurais, and especially something like Dragon Ball. Like Dragon Ball is very popular in Mexico, so it makes a lot of sense. It's really funny because even my mother has seen Dragon Ball growing up. There has always been this sort of, I guess you could say, connection that I had to Japan in some sort of way. Just the appreciation for the culture, and then also learning about its history has always been one of my favorite things to do. Growing up in high school, one of my favorite subjects was history, and I enjoy learning about history even to this day.
How did they teach you about the history of Hiroshima in
So-
your country?
When learning about World War II and what ended up unfolding during that time, we learned a huge chunk of what we learned was things that were going on in Japan, and in that I believe the Eastern Front or whatever, the East Pacific Front, right? And then we also learned a great amount about like other things that were happening in the world, of course, like on US and all of that. It was just, I think I got really lucky because in America, there is a lot of history that is kind of hidden and it's not really talked about a lot. I got really lucky somehow, and the state I live in is Idaho, and it kind of surprises me now, knowing what I know about the U.S. It surprises me that we were even taught about things like the Japanese internment camps, or the some of the stuff that we have done in World War II. So it was just very interesting looking back now, how great of a history teacher I had, because he genuinely was very, what's the word, he didn't have a motive with his teaching or anything like that. His whole point was just to teach the history of it all.
Is it something taboo to talk about the history?
I think in schools it can be, depending on where you go. In some areas the curriculum doesn't actually mention it. It's not something that it's they say that they banned, right? It's more something that is just not taught, and nobody really says anything about it. And then that's where you get people I've had friends before where I've talked to them about things like the Japanese internment camps, and in U.S. history that also happened with Mexicans as well. So there was a lot of weird and bad things that America has done in the past, and I have explained that to friends before, and they're always surprised that was even a thing because they never learned it in school. So for example, with my situation going to school in America, I learned about the Japanese internment camps, but I didn't learn about the stuff that was happening. I think it was around the 70s or 80s with Mexicans. Basically, there was this push to try and get Mexican citizens kicked out, that they were kind of collateral in trying to get rid of illegals. And then there was also some very bad and horrific things that happened to the women. This is something that I've only lightly read on, so I'm not super well versed in it. I'm probably getting the dates wrong, but that's something that I have learned now with me being older.
What's made you surprised the most when you came here and learned about the history of Hiroshima?
I don't think anything really surprised me. I mean, for me personally, I feel probably the most surprising part to me was the fact that I got to come over here and I realized that Hiroshima is probably one of my favorite places on this planet. It's such a beautiful place. And then I also think that the people here overall are just really, really nice. I have made friends here that I have seen coming back here. Again, I went to this bar where I met people from last year, and they still remembered me. Some of them even tried to help me with something, and they were being so kind. They took time out of their work day to help me out and help me with some stuff. And I don't know, I just really appreciate that, because where I live, for the most part in the area that I live, that's pretty much how we live our lives in northeastern Idaho, where it's just you want to take care of your neighbor and your people, right? You want to take care of the people around you, because you never know, that could be you someday that needs help. And then if nobody's there to help you, you don't want to be that person that doesn't help somebody that needs it.
So that experiences made you love Hiroshima, right?
Yeah, just how nice the people are. There's not really many bad experiences that I've had here, not at all almost.
Before taking a video, you said you love Hiroshima and you'd like to leave Hiroshima.
I think out of all the places that I did visit in Japan recently, I think it's very beautiful out here. People are nice. The food is delicious. There's not too many people, I don't think. I think it's it feels just the right amount. There's a lot to do here. Everything here is just so fascinating to me.
What did you talk about, not only Hiroshima but also Japan when you went back home?
I think probably the main thing is my photography. I love taking photos with my phone, but when I came here the first time, I ended up buying a camera, and I ended up taking a bunch of photos of Osaka Castle, and then the Golden Temple in Kyoto. That's my favorite thing to talk to people about and show them. When I ended up going back home was I just loved showing them all the photos that I took of just all these beautiful places. I always make it a point to tell people that Hiroshima is my favorite place out of all of the places that I've gone to.
Did you talk about the history of Hiroshima too?
Usually no. I usually do show that I've taken photos of the dome, for example, all of these other landmarks that are around us right now. I sometimes get a chance to talk to some friends about world history and then also Japanese history, but it's really just one friend that I usually talk to history about. I have a Chinese friend that reminds me a lot of myself because he is also an immigrant. He's Chinese and and he lives in Canada, and he reminds me a lot of myself. I really enjoy talking to him, and he told me that he doesn't actually know a lot about history, which is why I have an interest in talking to him about history, because I think it's very important for people to learn the history of not only their own but everybody else's past, because it's very important to know and realize what one of the most famous sayings out there is, if you do not know, you are doomed to repeat history if you do not know history. It's something along those lines, and I think that's very true.
Could you send us some messages for like a future generation about peace as a person who loves Hiroshima?
I think just be kind to other people. I have met a lot of different people in my life, and I am probably still gonna meet more people in my life, and I always try to keep an open mind when talking to new people and going out into the world and finding experiences. If you stay closed off from the world and close your heart from everything that the world has to offer, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for
Of
your
course.
time. Yeah, thank you. I made this.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
There you go. What do you think about peace?
It's a requirement, I think, because things are happening at the moment. But
I think it's very against human nature, unfortunately.
we do seem doomed to repeat the failures of our predecessors, which is a bit sad to think about, really.
We can't learn those past lessons, so
The next generation seems to want to repeat the same mistakes, or hopefully won't.
Never
but-
happen again.